watch me, Queen the One, play Madden head-to-head online. Let's see if there's anyone out there that can beat me. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. If you would, go ahead and hit that like button. You can share it to your social media, wherever you want to share it. You can comment, criticize. It's all welcome, as long as you subscribe and hit the bell. 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, one point to God. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
To the side, 180, 53, Mike. Here we go. Check 13. Check 13. Big edge. 8. Shoot. 8. SOS.
On first down, Newton.
Oh, come on.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This is Howard on second down.
Oh, goodness.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
All right, let's see if I can hold
on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now they'll throw it. Wentz hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw, it's Wentz.
There you go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded in the end zone.
And
this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
I'm going to run it this time. Go to the outside.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down.
Check. Check 26, check 26.
Everybody on that side.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I said maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up second down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win,
yes, sir.
Intercepted.
There you go, Addison.
21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a run with McCaffrey.
Oh, my God, through that hole. Hey, I was going because there wasn't nobody back there if I would have got loose.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They can't hang with us.
Here's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier.
And this is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 43 yards, and the Panthers have taken the lead.
See, that's what the Panthers need. They need a down the field.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
We didn't have that. Got a running back.
Following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Need a consistent quarterback.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
There you go.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
K1
short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Catch it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson.
Oh, that was a
guy
pick
handed to knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a play fake. Wentz.
Same play. Come on.
He connects with Ertz. Might want to remember that third down play. 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Wentz going to throw.
One hand.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most, that's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
22.
Again, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
Yes, sir.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
My goal is to get 250 wins before I get to...
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
200 losses, I think it is. I think I need 8 wins or 7 losses. Haven't looked at my...
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Bring it up.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Wentz will try again on second down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
I knew that's who he was going to.
A big play there for Philly. 48 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
81, 81. 59. Mike's 59.
From the red zone now, Wentz rolling to his right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. On 1st and goal, Howard. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". You don't want none of it. Give me it. Pick up the ball. Hey, kill. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Kermit. Hey, Zoo.
Come on.
They'll try again with Howard.
No, sir.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal
Point
line
of the
after a
one. I can
pickup of
stop
about
you with
3.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense.
No, you didn't get it.
They definitely were on that play. How about that finish?
Nah.
To a minimal gain.
So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Yes!
Go for it on 4th
What'd I
and
tell
goal,
you?
but
Point
that
of the
lines
one.
up incomplete. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Keep it up.
McCaffrey. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's got his target. That's more.
Yes,
and he's
sir.
going to get this up to the 24-yard line. A gain of 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Newton now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Brought down by Nate Gary. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
Too much power.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll buy some time right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it.
On play action, Wentz.
Oh, come on, jump that route.
Inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This
Let
one
him
goes
come
for
back.
20. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They go with Howard again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Shaq Thompson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Not gonna use the timeout. So I'm just gonna sit here. That's 1 W.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
Oh, he missed that extra point. I'm still going to score, though.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
Alright, let's look at my stats. Okay. So I need 7 more wins before I get 7 losses. Alright, let's see if anybody wants to play. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, criticize. It's all welcome. Might not get nobody. Try. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes on the road. This crazy.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Check 53. Watch the run. Shift. Hey, alert 3.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey.
Spin
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
At the 35-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Yo. Joker. Kill.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey.
Oh, good block.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
That was going to be a touchdown.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Deuce. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Check 4.
That was a gap.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And an alley to run.
Oh, he caught me.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where they'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Check the backer. Hatchet.
Was that play action?
On second down, McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Kill. Check safety. Gun. Out. Jim. 20.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Works his way inside the 30 on the pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
On third down, Newton. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there. Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
They're going to try to go downfield real quick. Come on, pick a play. Don't be scared.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. So as they take it over,
in the first
we
quarter?
step aside.
Somebody's scared.
Charlie, that's a lie. 59, Mike to 59. Bandit. He's crashing. He's checking.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Steps away to his left.
He's not going to run with him.
He is going to go down. They sack him.
They can't stop
On the final play of the first quarter. 3-0
Not all that
after
dancing
1
around.
on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check 31.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check.
This is McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Hey, fight down these two. Fight down these two. Let's go, Artie. 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd down, Mahomes.
Pick. Ah, come on.
Incomplete.
That's a pick.
That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
I
Seems
thought
to
that
be
was
the
a
front
pick.
and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in
He would've
coverage as
definitely
well.
quit.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
One catch.
A 1st down and then some. 36 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Got him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of
Someone's
empathy
dancing,
for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Go.
They'll run with a backup. This is
Out of
Williams.
him. Oh, no.
To an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 56 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like
weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
Yes, sir.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Gano now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Slam.
Yellow.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Yellow.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now Williams. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes flushed out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes buying time to his left. Mahomes hit.
Get the ball.
He lost the football. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And it's complete to Kelsey.
Shoot!
First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That one complete to Hill. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mahomes firing complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mahomes now to throw. They complete it to Hill. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Now it's Mahomes again, escaping the pressure right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
59. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Y'all play.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I don't need to. There's a water, right? Time to go. Night.
And again, it's Mahomes. And
there you go.
Incomplete. It also breaks a string of 7 straight completions as well, as it leads to a 4th down. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away. Now a man drafted and then let go by the Panthers, Harrison Butker, for the field goal try. And the kick by Butker is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Looking to throw on second down. Newton got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
3rd and 2, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
So slow.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football.
All right, defense. Got to hold them.
10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just start and be frank about the whole thing.
And that's caught inside the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 44 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right.
Pick it off!
It's terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell.
I'm hitting the button. Come on.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Boy, what were these guys doing about his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon.
2 more
times. I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run it again with Williams.
There you go, Luke.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I don't need no timeout.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bruce Irvin. And the Panthers will get the football back. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously.
I try to spin.
But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
You ain't going to use no timeout?
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Spins away. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That's 2 W's. Oh, now you have network issues.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts.
You ain't had no connection loss. You just quit. Come on, man. What? There we go. 6 more to 250. Ain't nobody on. Let's get one more in.
Camera action, living in a dream. Now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't.
Thank you for taking your time to watch me. Make sure you hit that like, share, and comment button. Leave a comment. Put your gamer tag in there. Maybe we can get a game going on. Also, hit subscribe.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Mike 54. Y'all not ready. Watch that.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. No gain on this.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 2nd and 10, Prescott being chased out left. And that's Elliott, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. And they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Push him back. Push him back. Undercrush.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
36.
To throw is Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
First down, right?
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Oh, get him.
Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 60 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cowboys.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive
got a
run.
ball
And
game.
one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There's a
down
throw
in
to
it,
the
Bo.
middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Check, watch the ball. Hey! I'm trying to collect. He's checking. Crash. Switch.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, open man is Samuel, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios. And look at this, it's a fake.
He moved back there. I don't know where he was going.
The fake punt gets him 13 yards. A huge play on special teams. It's a first down.
He left him wide open
so they
for me.
snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey, and he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Robert Quinn, and he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
20. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike, 55. Check 55.
Throwing on second down. Newton complete to right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Newton will bring him up first and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Newton now to throw.
Ah! I held it.
That is
I should have. I
The
threw it too
wideout
fast.
Chris Hogan, the intended receiver.
That was a touchdown. He was wide open.
There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but over the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And
there we go. Fullback.
Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Panthers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves
And I
in
get the
front,
ball
and
back.
now
Yes,
see on the
sir.
sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Cowboys take
Let's go,
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll keep it on the ground again here. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
You have all them underneath yards, Bo.
And the Cowboy first down.
So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now a handoff as they run left side. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 42-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
You.
Final play of the half. Prescott, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Out of 3 Cowboys, 1 Panther guy.
Positioning, and it's picked off. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime.
And I get the ball
This is
back.
the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Get him. Check 13. Check 13.
Now a run with McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Newton now to throw.
I can't believe they let you play.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Mike 54. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Check, 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 check. Check 9, check 9. Slam, slam, slam. Go.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
Check 26, check 26.
McCaffrey out of there. I'm going to Olsen.
Here's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Focus, defense, focus. Back, back, back.
Shift, watch the shift.
Try to power it in with Arma. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 24, Prescott eluding the pressure right. Gonna take a shot for Gallup.
Still got it.
He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Still got it. Had it itch on my neck.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you got to know when to say when.
Another quarter. That makes 3 wins. Today's a good day. One win closer to my goal. Come on now, I got 3 wins today. There we go. 5 more to my goal. I think I'm gonna do one more game. Let's try one more game, y'all. Once again, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, comment, and criticize, because I know y'all want to criticize. Anyway, also, subscribe. Thank you. Like Saquon, how fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to be pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
Free play.
They'll run with McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40.
Go.
And he's got room. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Dante. Jackson picks it.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Ready?
At the 45-yard
20. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Look at it.
McCaffrey.
Run.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, baby.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Come on. Kill. Switch.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It's third down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
Oh, no.
Inside the 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chiefs.
Damn.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds well side the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. Watkins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Bruce Irvin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Now a man drafted and then let go by the Panthers, Harrison Bunt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. A beautiful spin and room to run. A big play there from McCaffrey. 67 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
That's ready. Look, 80. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You run. Check 4. Check. Crunch.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike. Here we go. Check 50.
Here's Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Kill. Check safety.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hey, 57 color.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
All day, baby, all day.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. It's Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now on first down, eluding the pressure right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. They complete it to Hill.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Mahomes now to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Escaping the pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Bruce Irvin getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Flush to it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bruce Irvin, and the Panthers will get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A 3rd down gain of 19.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Watch the safety creep.
Slam, slam. Pump him. 8. Hot, hot.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 7, Newton.
Oh,
intercepted. Shit. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, me and you all day.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. On 1st down, Mahomes flushed out right. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, in whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to them.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 30.
Damn, another quarter. That makes 3. Ha!
Yeah.
See if I can get one more in. Dude got mad, Bo. Ha! Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, please.
Camera action, living in a dream. Now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. This is fielded at the goal line.
Oh, he was right there.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
What is it? 180? 9. Watch the pass. Watch 8. 8. Here we go.
On first down, it's Newton. And he's got his man on the out route.
He's so slow.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Wide, get wide.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
3rd play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Safety's creeping. Check 37. Check 37.
This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
36, 36.
It's Khalil Mack on that end, ain't it?
Newton now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Everybody on this side.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 25, check 25, check 25.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Trying to keep the ball for the whole first quarter.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
Oh, man.
And he will lose yardage
Come on,
here back
70.
at the 23-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
Let me get it back so I can
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Caught by Montgomery. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I did that.
K1 short. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
Yeah, if you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. $12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD, for Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Out. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Carolina.
Breaking ankles and everything.
79 yards.
Oh.
And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
CMC.
They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
This is going to be my last game for the stream this time.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They run, Montgomery, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky.
Got him.
Now the pressure comes.
Use a sack.
Down.
I did
Just
that.
inside the 10, back at the 9. K'Wan Short picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
Now we're going to get that pick,
A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off.
That was
and the
close.
Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Spinning away. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Hey, let's get them home. Check 3, check 3. Check. Shit.
Now a run with McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 14-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
He's coming.
Now again, right side McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Damn, I ran right at Matt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8-up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Trubisky will throw. That is caught by Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Big edge, big edge, big edge. Shift.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
SOS. Kill.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Runs through the contact. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. Uses the spin. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get point.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
From the gun, here's Newton.
Oh, man.
That is incomplete.
That was going to be a touchdown.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. Both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 22, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And a late score here in this one.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for two here. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here. That should be enough to get them the victory.
You don't have any timeouts to stop the clock.
They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton
and that makes
going down to an
4 wins for the day.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
4-0.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent, like the best player of all that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for today. Once again, thank you for coming to my stream. Make sure you hit the like, share, comment, subscribe button, please. And come back tomorrow and see what I can do. Peace.